BLUELOCK Chapter 330 has just released. The France versus Japan match has kicked off in one of the most exciting ways possible. Formations are revealed, Loki and Charles return, and Hugo makes his debut as one of the most hyped up matches begins. Y'all, I'm not even joking. This is one of the craziest starts to a BLUELOCK game we've ever seen in the history of the manga. One chapter in, and we're living up to this game's expectations. And for y'all wondering why this video was delayed, we were on a break week, so the English chapter just came out. But with that out of the way, let's not waste any time and jump into it quick. The chapter begins with a view of the BLUELOCK Stadium, and our starting 11s for this game. France is running a 4-5-1 with Loki up front, and Hugo and Charles are both in the midfielder position, which instantly takes away the Hugo goalkeeper theory, but that means he'll be able to use his brain for offense, so I can't wait to see that throughout this game, especially because he was talking mad crazy about Isagi before the match, reading his book and whatnot. And for BLUELOCK's formation, they are running the exact same 11 players from Nigeria in a 3-5-2, which is pretty questionable to me. We've made no adjustments for the ranked #1 team. Like, where's our Shidos, our Barous, our Zantetsus? But I guess Ego is thinking, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because this starting 11 did 4-0 Nigeria, which again is a little bonkers to me because Nigeria doesn't even compare to France. This is the equivalent to a hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby. But anyways, the announcers talk about how this is a Group A's third match. Japan versus France, time for kickoff is fast approaching. Our usual commentators are here. Terry Asa, to build up hype, asks Natsuki, what kind of team is the U20 France? And he responds saying they are the championship contenders. Right off the bat, being told they are the favorites to win it all is already not a good sign. He continues that, after all, the senior national team are the World Cup winning champions, as we see all of France fans getting hyped. The team is led by Loki, with this U20 squad being called the Great Golden Generation that guarantees France's future for the next 10 years. Which is a lot of hype and glaze, I can't lie, so I can't wait to see the rest of this team. Terry Asa says that he sees and Japan is challenging such a formidable opponent, as he starts hyping up our BLUELOCK boys, saying that BLUELOCK has caused a sensation and overwhelmed Nigeria 4-0 in their opening match. We see the Japanese fans all start to get hyped too, and even canonical Isagi glaze. There was a whole poster of his goal celebration from the Neo-Egoist League. The dialogue even tells us that Isagi Yoichi is becoming the symbol of this generation, and that this team is gaining the most attention in the football world, the Neo-Egoist BLUELOCK Japan. This is getting me so hyped for this game, y'all. We see the players start to walk out as Isagi is leading the pack in the white away kits. We looking clean here, folks. The dialogue also points it out too, as they say BLUELOCK Japan will clash with the world champions, as Loki is leading the walkout for the France team side by side with Isagi. Loki then smiles to Isagi, telling him a long time no see, egoist, and Isagi just greets him, calling him prodigy, and I like the look on both of their faces. Isagi looks locked in, which is what we're gonna need for this match. And Loki is calm, cool, and collected, even slyly smiling, which shows he's just fully confident. The next page shows us Charles mad, confused, looking around, asking if Shido is not in the starting lineup today either. And he low-key asking the right questions, because I thought for sure bro was gonna start this match. Bachira says yeah, he's starting on the bench, which is low-key a Shido stray. And Charles just says, if that's all, then we're totally gonna win, as he smiles at Bachira and Bachira smiles back. I like how Charles is like Shido's #1 fanboy. He is literally all the Shido fans in the BLUELOCK community, because he's pretty much saying y'all are gonna lose since Shido ain't on the team. Rin then self-invites himself to the conversation as per usual with bro, telling Charles to keep talking contrarian and that he should get ready for his pride to get crushed. With Charles pressing his nose and saying, right back at you, beast. The next page shows Isagi ready to play and Loki jumping to an unhuman level of height. Like, dog, is this guy the ultimate athlete? The commentator tells us that the winner of this match will be infinitely closer to advancing, and that it's now time for one of the best matchups of the group stage. Japan versus France as we see the kickoff and head into the game. We're finally here, y'all, and we start with France's ball with Hugo getting it, and we also see the rest of the France team, which some of the designs got me scratching my head. This guy looks like there's not an ounce of happiness in his life, and I'm not one to judge, but you're telling me this guy is France's future that they were hyping up earlier? His design is like they were trying to draw a moist critical off of memory. Some of the PXG boys are also here, and from what we saw in the Neo Egoist League, they are straight buns. Like, Chappa right here is undeniably garbage. He's the opposite of New Gen 11. He's the bottom generation 11. The worst 11 players of this generation. Anyways, that's enough slander for now. We see Hugo get the ball, and it's revealed he's a central midfielder. But more importantly, they got bro looking stunning with those eyelashes. And now we can finally see what the newest New Gen 11 is capable of. He tells the France team, here we go, and straight away, everyone starts sprinting down the field. Loki is already miles ahead, Charles following too, and the rest of the France members are also making way. All the while, Hugo is directing and pointing them where to go. What the hell is even going on? The whistle blew and they're treating it like it's track and field. They even got Isagi in utter shock. Bachara is just as confused, and same with Karasu, as they say all of them sprinted full speed into enemy territory. And this man, Hugo, just says good. Nah, first we had Itoshi Sai, and now we got another nonchalant aura farming midfielder. And quickly he proves why he earned the title, because he brings the ball upfield and weaves Isagi in no time. Then bro instantly brings out the karate and uses his hand to block Itoshi Rin from stealing the ball. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Both our #1 players just got 1v2'd by Hugo. All the while, he had no emotion in his face. Yeah, he gotta go, man. Send in Sendo to take care of him. What kind of training did Hugo even have to undergo? Bro with no sweat took care of our best players. I know reading some damn books didn't make him built this different. Rin is ticked off, and Isagi is trying to comprehend his dribble that got past him and Rin, screaming out that they need to cover the pass. Just when you think it can't get any worse, Hiyori starts thinking that there are too many places to protect. It's impossible to stop them as 1, 2, 3, 4 players are running through BLUELOCK. This must have been how Nigeria felt, dog, and we're getting hit with full force. This looking like COD zombies up in here. Goodness gracious, Rayo broke his neck trying to look back, and all he sees is the dust Loki left behind. We're not done yet, folks, because Hugo hits a Kamehameha pass. And nah, peep Isagi, bro. No! This is so bad for Japan, man. If you think this game is going fast, you're absolutely right. Because how is the ball already on our defensive side in about 4 seconds? Hugo talking about some beep focus. And low-key, what the hell is Hugo even saying? It's even worse that he's cooking us at every turn while saying this. Bro got Isagi shocked as the ball seems to be going for Loki. All of a sudden, though, Nico, Aiku, and Ryu with the pull-up game come to block Loki. And damn, we really deployed the 3 musketeers to stop bro. It costed 9 elixir. Aiku asks Loki that this is the place he's aiming for, right? And that the rest of the players are a distraction, with Ryu and Nico chiming in too. I won't lie though, we put all of our defenders on one singular person. Like, we defend Loki, and then what? There are so many other players left wide open. But I can't even spaz out because we got bigger fish to fry. Loki looks backward and calls out to someone, with our worst nightmares coming true. Charles is here, y'all. And this was a better entrance than Shanks in One Piece. Everyone is gawking at little bro appearing out seemingly nowhere. Loki is just smiles and sunshines, and compare that look to our boys. Aiku got a whole exclamation point and question mark. Yeah, that tells me all I need to know. Charles just laughs and calls out reverse, and Aiku turned into Kuso, shocked as hell that they're using Loki as a decoy to run diagonally. And now we're left wondering if Charles is gonna pass or do something else. Nico tries to jump in front of bro, and Charles jumps up himself. And I've seen this exact same face before. Bam! Charles shoots the gremlin shot, which is super unexpected, and Nico barely missed him, just slipping and sliding around, so the shot is on target. Rin and Isagi look back, with Isagi saying that it was a crazy technical combo, and the dialogue telling us that they surpassed their system and thinking in the first strike. With Nico currently down, all of our hope is on Gagamaru, and as he reaches out his hand, extending the block, Charles scores the first goal of the France game. Oh my god. Who expected this? Y'all, it's time to hit the panic button. I have never, ever seen something like this before in the whole entire manga. We've seen teams get 4-0'd, goals in 2 chapters, but I have never seen someone score in the first chapter, kickoff chapter, in a game this big. Keep in mind that France only scored 2 against England, yet they scored in a mere seconds against us. I just know Hugo and Henri are just sighing from the sidelines right now. The chapter ends off with Loki saying a nice shot, Charles saying gotcha, Hugo saying it's a destiny, with the final reminder that this is the title contender, Team France. Y'all, that was genuinely the craziest opening chapter of a Blue Lock match we have seen, and now there is so much to discuss and talk about. We have Hugo, we have France's goal. What the hell is Blue Lock gonna do? So let's start one at a time with Hugo, and what a debut that was. I called it out before that he might be a midfielder, just simply so that he can go against Isagi, and that they'll be rivals in this match. It looks like this all but confirms it too. We didn't even see Loki do much in this chapter. I don't even know if bro touched the ball. So it's clear that they're trying to give Hugo just as much importance from this game, and that definitely makes a lot of sense. He is the newly introduced New Gen 11. He's definitely living up to the title because everything he did was crazy. Beat Isagi and Rin, instantly got a perfect assisting pass to Charles, and not to mention his final dialogue is talking about destiny. Like, what is that even supposed to mean? And all of that was in the first chapter, mind you, so I can't help but think that Japan is most likely going to lose this match. I think it's the common belief that France is going to win. It makes sense for the narrative. Blue Lock needs a loss to learn from. This is the #1 ranked team. If we beat them here, who else is really going to challenge us later? Besides maybe Kaiser or Bunny. With a goal in the first chapter though, I'm thinking this game might be a back and forth game where we see a lot of goals coming from France and a lot of goals coming from Blue Lock. Unlike the Nigeria match where it was just Blue Lock only, so that I'm super excited for. Of course, we have to talk about the young prodigy. Charles getting his goal at the start was very unexpected, and I had to give Kaneshiro his flowers because so far the U20 goals have been super unexpected. Nobody thought Bachira would score the opener, and the same thing with Charles. We haven't even seen Loki start trying, and now we know he has both Hugo and Charles supporting him in the midfield. I wouldn't even be surprised if we see a Hugo goal at this point. As much as we're talking about France, in the case of our Blue Lock boys, yeah, we kind of just messed up. Like, Hugo was so fast where Isagi couldn't use Metavision and keep up with that. The defensive players all thought Loki was the biggest threat too, so we triple teamed him. I think this game is going to be a very interesting one substitution wise as well. They'll figure out that the Nigeria formation just isn't going to cut it against the #1 ranked team, which I'm still surprised that they even kept the starting formation. Some of the characters like Hiryo were just frozen in time and he couldn't make a decision. So I hope that they end up doing something, or else we're going to need some subs. I'm not even the biggest Shido fan, but if there is any game for him to play in, it would definitely be this one. You know it's cooked when we're already talking about subs and who can save us, but I mean, Shido would just totally thrive in this environment because it's fast, it's chaotic, just like his own playstyle. We need some crazy game changer to match France's team and playstyle. I also think it would just be entertaining as hell. Shido knows how to put on a show and get Blue Lock very hype. Charles has been hinting at it for a while. He'll probably appreciate the Shido sub, and we might even get some funny interactions there too. Like, I think Shido might even start celebrating Charles's goal in the next chapter. I absolutely love that the France match started this way. A perfect opening chapter because it really builds up a lot of questions, like how will Isagi overcome the France team? What other subs should we put in for this game? What will the ending score be? Let's quickly talk about the next chapter too. 331 is titled Logic, and from what I've heard, it's going to be more of an analysis chapter, which is to be expected. Usually after every goal, there's like an Isagi yap sesh where he tries to dialogue and understand the goal and understand what actually happened. And again, if you're wondering why the chapter review video came out later than usual, it actually came out on time. It's just the leaks came out earlier because we were on a break week. So you might have seen the leaks for this chapter come out way earlier. I even reacted it to myself, but there was no English chapter, so I couldn't really make a video on it. It came out 2 weeks in advance for the leaks when it shouldn't have. So honestly, it felt a little weird uploading this when the chapter leaks were out for 2 weeks and everyone already knew the results of the first chapter, but I saw a lot of people asking about it. To prevent that in the future, maybe I'll make a leak discussion video video where we just talk about it on top of the official chapter review so that y'all can get informed right away while still getting the quality of the official chapters too. It's a win-win scenario. Anyways, that about wraps it up for this video. If y'all made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. YouTube really thinks that you would like this video right here, so be sure to check that one out too. I appreciate y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one.